And we should be live.
Hello, everybody.
Hello!
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome
Hello.
to a stream with the correct title because I never remember this stuff, but Burn does.
You just need to
Melissa
tell me
prefers
when
to be
you're
good.
streaming on Friday.
I know,
That's
I
it.
know. I'm just so bad. Like, I just asked Spiral how many times I said, all right, stream. No, wait, don't. Stop.
I know
JKs,
because I can go back with the partial
Yeah, because every
footage.
video starts with that.
Yeah, and he's like, God
Well.
dang it, we need to figure this out, Squee.
Oh, man. I'm just so absent-minded. I just can never remember these things.
You're
But hi,
squee-minded.
everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to Three Galaxies. It's been at least 2 weeks because of the holidays. Happy holidays, everyone. I hope your Christmases and New Year's were good.
Yes.
Good, grand. And you know what? Let's just jump straight into it. Last session, we had left in quite a precarious position. You guys had successfully rescued Cyber 6 and more or less escaped after a bunch of daring do involving mechanical wolves and gummy worms and the like. However, there is a figure that had been following you and levitating around you, who you confronted for obvious reasons. You don't want them just to follow you back to base. Turns out his name is Boz. He is a devil. I need to clear something up really quickly. Isaac did have a skill that would know of him, and he rolled it out of session, which I'm sorry, but once I realized Isaac had it, I was like, dude, roll it. So
Yeah.
Isaac would know, though, Burn, of course, you haven't told anyone yet, but Isaac would know that he is a devil, that devils are by nature very manipulative and very, very good at falsehoods to get what they want, and that they can be fairly powerful.
Yes.
They're
Also-
like, many people don't see much of a difference between them and demons.
Except they hate being called demons, and they hate
Yeah.
demons. And also
Oh, God,
they love
yeah.
making contracts that have little clauses that trick whoever they make the contract with.
Correct. They are famous for keeping the contracts. They are also famous for typically finding ways to word the contract so that they come out on top. So there have been people in the past that have done favorable deals with devils if they're very clever and good. A lot of people thought they were and weren't. So yeah, that's what Isaac knows. Kid, you have a plus sign.
Kid?
Yes, do we have a picture of the devil?
We do?
We do.
Do we?
No.
Did Alora draw it?
I'm asking if we do.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
you're asking.
no,
I
no.
thought you said we have
I-
a picture. We're like, we do.
I looked. I swear I looked, but unfortunately I could find nothing that was even close. The best I could do is describe it. Imagine a humanoid shaped, about the same size as a human, though as Anna would know, far, far heavier than a human. But about 6 feet tall, white hair, black skin with gold markings on it, and 2 ram's horns that curl out behind it. And when I say black skin, I mean like obsidian black. And 2 slightly glowing yellow eyes. Like they're backlit.
Okay.
He's a Gemini.
And his name is Boz. You confronted him. He had a nice conversation. Nice being a relative term.
So
Conversation with you guys.
just really quickly, it would be like this guy, but with goat horns.
Let's see. Similar. Long hair, much darker skin. But yeah, similar to that.
Okay.
And he was curious as to what you were doing here and wanting to strike a deal because he was worried that while he was curious in your actions, because you were quite entertaining, he was worried that you were going to screw up whatever he's trying to accomplish. He offered to give you information on where Heart is if you promised to just take Heart and leave, which the group was not so keen about. And he offered to try and write a contract with you guys, which the group was also not so keen about. He also insulted Kid quite a few times, which Kid was very much not too thrilled
A
about.
fan.
A combat has started. He has been shot. Isaac has shot him, I believe.
Yeah.
And it did do
Yes.
damage, but not as much as you would normally expect. It scorched his skin, but it didn't break it. And as we stopped last session, Kid had flooped behind him and I believe attempted to bite him, but had been parried. And he had given the group an ultimatum, which was, try that again and we are going to fight. And that's where we stopped. So we
Okay.
are pausing combat and turn order until it's determined that we. Oh yeah, and Kid did try to suplex him. Unfortunately, Kid's supernatural strength is not as powerful as its supernatural strength.
Sad face.
So we're pausing combat until I feel the need to start it up again. So I'm gonna put the ball in your court. We'll say Boz just gave that ultimatum.
Okay. I know there's something you're itching to do there, Piffy, so go nuts.
Okay, cool. Lucas scratches the back of his metallic head with his metallic fingers, and he goes, "You know what?" He stands up a bit. As much as I would be okay with both of you doing your own thing, if you two fight, then I'm going to have to get into it. There's going to be a big mess of things, and we're not going to come out unscathed. He's not going to come out unscathed. Whoever wins, whatever is going on. So, let's just get down to brass tacks here. I'm quite sure you're here for some other reason other than you don't particularly like the culture here, so you want to change it. So, what's your end game here? Because we're doers. We can make things happen. What do you want?
Well, he says, kind of like trying with like one hand to kind of fend off Kid, like he's kind of putting a hand on Kid's head and kind of trying to dislodge Kid, while looking at Lucas, which while he may be stronger than Kid, he's not that strong to do it like with one hand. So Kid, your face is kind of like you're like that the little kid whose older brother is shoving their face away. If you get that, if you understand the image I'm referring to. He goes, well, I don't trust you enough to give you any details, but I suppose
Theoretically, Xavier suggests. We can just speak in theoreticals.
Fine. Theoretically, I am trying to acquire a position of some importance here for events that I wish to partake in further down the road.
Oh, so Xavier gives a smile. Theoretically, this is like a game, right? And you're placing your pieces ahead of your opponent's next move.
Yes. More to the point, the last thing I need right now is for the Cyber Conclave to erupt in a giant civil war, which your actions could very well incur. Which is why I was wanting you to get your friend, and he makes a little motion with his fingers, go.
Oh, well, we'll be getting our friend. That's just happening, Xavier says. As far as the rest of it goes, I guess it really depends on the cybers and how they want to behave, right? We didn't come here on high. And Xavier gives a bit of a pause, and he says, because we've done this once before, where we intentionally or unintentionally changed the entire culture for the better or for the worse. And frankly, I'm not in any mood or position to play God anymore. If you want to play that, go nuts. But our friends are the highest priority right now.
Lucas goes, yeah, that's true, but I'm not quite sure if I just want to leave things as they are. To be completely honest, we've been screwed a lot in this particular spot. So we will have to make sure that our goals, whatever they may be, is in opposition of your male, right? Like a dude or
Dude.
He
Pause is gold.
kind of like pinches the bridge of his nose with the one hand that's not trying to push Kid off him, and he goes, "Yes, for your in purposes, I am a dude."
All right. So we have this weird thing that we always want to do the right thing and do all that other stuff. And to be honest, I feel like we're going to clash a bit. Now, I don't mean to. This is not antagonist. Please trust me. I don't want to. I don't want to bite you like that one's trying to. Honestly, you have to have some sort of end goal other than like you just want to be like political. Like you just want to like make rules in this honestly middle of nowhere place.
No, good lord, no. Of course not. That sounds boring.
So what kind of position of power are you talking about? Theoretically, Xavier says with a smirk.
The kind that most people don't know about. I like to pull strings. I'm a string puller. Puppeteer,
Okay.
you might say.
All right. Well, okay. So Xavier says, cards on the table. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get our friend, and then we're going to give cybers the cure for their disease. That's what we do. Good, as Lucas just said, it's the right thing to do. We're going to do it. We worked really hard getting there. It's just going to happen. So you can either swim against the stream and worry about a rebellion, or you can swim with our stream and ensure that the cybers don't rebel and go nuts over this new cure thing, right? You can make this work to your advantage too. Now that you know our intentions, you can swim against the current like a salmon or swim with the current like a tuna.
I prefer not to swim at all. What are your intentions towards Cyber 4, then?
Well, he's gotten us pretty ruffled. We wouldn't mind if he died, but, if we could get our friend unharmed. It really depends on what condition Hart is in. Because Xavier looks over to Isaac. Because I have a feeling if she's harmed in any way, you're going to want to kill the fucker, right? Isaac. Bart, are you there? Or am I talking
Sorry,
to a
I
ghost?
was walking around. Remember?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
He's going to nod still with his guns out but pointed down now, not at the devil.
So, as long as Hart is completely unharmed, then there's a good chance we can leave Cyber 4 alone to your machinations. That might be, theoretically, Xavier says with a smile. Theoretically, that might be possible.
Yeah, but I want him to work with us. Are you sure that we can't get you anything? Like, we can get you some
doesn't wanna
connections.
swim.
Sir.
He's not a tuna or a salmon.
Yeah, but we
He's
have.
a bear.
We can give him so many things as long as he just asks. I know he wants this place. The problem is we also kind of have some stakes in here. So we're kind of against. So we can give him something else.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Can we buy you off with something, Xavier says?
What exactly are you proposing to sell?
Xavier gives a bit of a smile and he says, well, if you want to play Puppet Master with an entire civilization, I know of a planet that has someone that you could very easily control. Guys, you see where I'm going with this? Can I continue?
Oh, it's so much
That's
better than where I thought you
exactly
were
what
gonna
I
go.
was thinking.
Okay, well, if that's what you were thinking, then, Lucas, then I'm going to just have Xavier kind of leave that hanging, and then I want you to finish my sentence, so, since this is a shared idea.
All right.
He's just waiting expectantly.
Go ahead, Lucas.
Well, let's just say, let's go with theoretically. Theoretically, let's just say I heard some things about building an army or something like that. we kind of can give you one of those.
Okay. I feel like you're trying to give me a sales pitch, and don't get me wrong, I love sales pitches, but perhaps, and he's like, kind of like, he's still like struggling with Kid, you could get to the point.
That's almost it. If you're whatever you're looking for here, we can basically hand deliver what you want.
Yeah.
Without any particular, like this, what we're doing right now, all this work that you're going for, hoping that there's not going to be a revolution and whatnot, we can actually set you up with something real nice.
Yeah. And
What?
see, the reason why
Where?
we're talking about Vegdes, because the second we tell you, then you're just going to go off on your own. You're the one who likes to sign contracts. So let me get a little bit more specific. Imagine a planet filled with gullible individuals with a power structure that is religious in nature, but controlled by one person. This one person is unstable, easily manipulated, and frankly very entertaining to deal with. Imagine Cyber 4, but drunk on power and not knowing what to do with it.
He narrows his eyes while staring at you and Lucas. Lucas, roll me a convince check. Make it easier by 10.
All right.
Guys, out of character, we are
I love
talking
Kid.
about Cyrene, right?
Sort of. I was
Okay.
talking about a different part of it, but yeah, there you go.
Well, there you
shit.
go. I mean,
Succeed by 71, Squee.
Okay. He stares at you with narrowed eyes, and then instantly his face brightens. Okay, I'm interested. I tell you what. First things first. And he looks down at Kid. Seriously, this kind of behavior is far too unbecoming of such a furry and cute animal, he says, looking back up at the others.
Close enough.
Yeah. Could you stop?
No.
He goes, okay, I will make you a deal. I'll make you a contract, even. I will give you information to save your bonny lass. And I will leave this place in the direction of the greener pastures you mentioned on the following conditions. Condition number 1, the place that you are mentioning and send me to has to reasonably represent what you are offering.
Mm-hmm.
Condition number 2, I get to cast one spell of my choice which will cause no physical harm to any of you.
Kid narrows their eyes.
And won't last more than 5 minutes.
Will it do any mental harm to us?
That is not the intent, but one can never really say what a mental harm would be. Nothing permanent or lasting, and certainly nothing that affects your mind.
what would the name of this be?
What was the name of the planet you want to send me to?
See, he's being just as coy. This isn't his first rodeo.
You thought it was?
Okay, will there be any chance of long-term effects of this spell?
It might piss one of you off, but other than that, no.
Stares at Kid.
Is this a
Lucas
spell
cracks his neck.
paralysis?
I think I know what it is, but hey, let's just keep quiet with this.
Is it
whole
going
little
to
game.
change us in any way, physically speaking?
Not in the least.
So it won't physically harm us. It
No.
won't change us physically.
No.
It might piss one of us off, and
Maybe.
that would be the only long-lasting consequences. It
That
also
depends.
might be mentally distressing, which also depends on our reactions to this spell.
True, but so much in this world is mentally distressing, that shouldn't stop you from anything.
Xavier crosses his arms and he's going to say, you don't need to do this spell. You just want to throw this in because you're just that type of person, aren't you?
Oh, the more I talk to you, the more I like you.
Xavier gives a bit of a grin. He says, well, if I was a supernatural horned black-skinned dude, I might be just like you. And then Xavier in his mind screams, I hope that isn't true.
He lifts up a finger. If it helps, you did shoot me in the face when I have not posed any physical threat to you whatsoever.
I see. So it's a comeuppance. Okay. And is there a third, or is it just number 1 or number 2 to this contract?
Oh, I think that'll be quite enough.
All right.
Oh, I forgot. Of course, the condition on your side would be that the information I give you must be helpful in retrieving your friend.
That's purposefully vague, but yeah, we could use her help. Xavier ponders for a moment, thinking if there's any way he can weasel out of that second condition.
The only way that I can see you screwing us on that is if you were to just tell us where she is. We already have a vague idea where she is. So it has to be more useful than that.
I would give you a bit more information than just where she is.
Xavier ponders for a moment. He looks over to Lucas. He says, Lucas, do you have any more gas in your magical tank?
He goes, yes on both counts.
Xavier's going to do a double look, and he's going to shake his head a little bit. He's going to say, okay, counter offer. We want to add one more condition for our sides. You have 2 conditions. We should have 2 conditions on this contract. It's only fair and balanced. So your condition is that you will tell us where Heart is, and you get to cast a spell. Our condition is we tell you where this nice, juicy planet is, and our condition is that we let Lucas cast a spell. With the same conditions as yours. It will not harm you physically. It might be slightly distressing to you mentally, and there will be absolutely no long-term effects.
He gives this evil grin and he says, deal on the condition that neither target of the spell attempts to resist.
Oh, you dog.
He's got this big grin.
So before we iron out all the particular details, again, what are you looking for? A society to kind of lord over? Or is it something more?
Imagine, hypothetically, if you will, you are a very attractive,
thank you,
intelligent, and powerful being.
Pretty close.
Stuck on a planet where everyone's so serious. It gets boring, wouldn't you say?
Boredom is a killer, Xavier admits.
Oh, good. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I was just curious if you felt that way.
What?
Yes. I am looking for a powerful society that I could be influential to, yes.
Lucas just like squints and goes like, that's it? Like a just kind of, you don't want anything political. You want to...
Look,
you just speak in riddles.
Look, we both see the writing on the wall. I'm not going to get you to go away. You're going to make life here very difficult. You're offering something that might be much more beneficial, so I'm not being picky.
Okay.
It is pretty beneficial.
So you want, like, to... Okay, so... I'm just trying to figure out... You don't want anything political, but you want the political part of things.
I want influence. Politics suggests that
power without being a politician. He doesn't wanna
Politics
give his
suggests that
ambitions.
I want what's best for the society.
Oh. Well, Xavier ponders for a moment and he says, "Well, I'm comfortable with the deal the contract that we established. I'm fine for it." Look to Anna.
All right, out of character.
Yeah.
Well, this wasn't exactly what I was thinking, but
Well, what were you thinking?
You were thinking of giving him the orb, weren't you?
no, God no.
Oh, okay.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking that he really wanted the robot army. Like, wanted something that he could use to, like...
Where do we have a robot army?
No.
You mean the rebels?
No. We don't... I wasn't thinking of giving him a robot army, but we do know an entire freaking sub-society of freaking reptiles that we still need to get the fuck rid of.
It's true.
That also is the power of a fucking dragon, apparently.
The fucking Palladium?
Oh, the Palladians. Oh.
You want to give him the lizards?
Yeah.
Well, when you word it like that.
For one, we need to get rid of them. And it still gives
true.
him a huge power base of an entire, like, lizard species.
Well, either way, I say we point him towards Cyrene, and maybe he'll find the Palladians interesting. Maybe he'll find Thraxus interesting. You know what I mean? Either way, I hope he actually finds Thraxus interesting, because this could be both of our problems butting heads against each other, which could give us an advantage. You know what I mean? But if he likes the Palladians, great. You know what I mean? But I think sticking him on Cyrene is a good idea.
I do feel I should point out, because your characters remember this, in this time, when Thraxus is the god of Cyrene, the Palladians have gone extinct.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he would have to go back in time.
Go back into time.
We'd have to take him back in time to before Thraxus
No,
actually lands.
that was the thing. I was going to... You remember the freaking, like, Palladian Wars? That was going to be a huge problem?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we would have to take him back in time to that time frame and just put him there.
Oh, you wanted him to take the Palladians and go off somewhere else, hence
Yeah.
getting the Palladians off of Cyrene and making this guy happy.
Exactly. That
It would
sounds
also take
so
away.
good.
All right.
It would also take away like the big threat that pretty much solidified what's his face as a god.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thraxus.
So okay, then I got an idea. Xavier says, before we finish this contract and have everyone sign, I have a hypothetical for you, because remember, your first condition is that it has to be what we say it is, right? And so we don't want to be too vague, and we want to make sure we meet your objectives. There's two, once again, theoretical situations that we can place you in front of this planet. All right. The first theoretical situation is an extremely, extremely powerful local force that you could easily manipulate and take wherever you want and do whatever you want with it. They are, when I say they're extremely manipulative, they are just that. You'll have significant power, and you wouldn't have to worry about their best interests. Their interests are your interests. That's possibility number one. Possibility number two is manipulating, like I mentioned before, a very powerful, unstable, and easily manipulated religious ruler of an entire planet. That's your option number two. So changing the fate of a planet by proxy through manipulation of a religious leader, or having the raw strength and power of a massive, and when I say massive force, I mean massive.
Does this force you're referring to have an organized society with structured civilization? Because it sounds like you're talking about a bunch of gorillas.
No, not quite gorillas. They're smarter than average animals, and they do have a caste system as far as like size differences and whatnot. But it would be it'd be an interesting challenge to communicate with them, but something I'm sure that you'd be extremely able to do.
My friend, I am not a zookeeper, nor am I a god. I don't have the power to control the entire planet full of sub-civilized species. Now, a religious zealot, that's something I could work with.
Okay. All right. Okay, out of character, I tried Piph.
Yeah.
He was going to go with the Palladians anyway, and I couldn't lie to him, because the second if I said, oh yeah, they're super smart, he's going to come back to us and say, they're not super smart, they're a bunch of stupid lizards.
What the fuck, man? I know where you sleep.
Technically, you could still, like, there was technology to control at least the big one, but
Yeah.
that's
We don't have that
neither here nor
technology.
there. Like, yeah,
Also-
that is.
That technology is what eventually drove it mad, if I recall
Yeah.
correctly.
Could still be ordered. Whatever. Like, I get that.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Kid, you had a plus sign?
I was gonna say, technically, we have the person who created that technology.
No.
It's true.
That is true. Cathor is the one that controlled the Palladians.
No.
And he went crazy after Cathor was sealed up.
So technically, he could make
What's
something new.
what's with the nose, Mackenzie?
I think I misunderstood what was going on.
Just give
I
him
think they're
Cathor!
sacrificing Cathor.
No.
What? No, we're not.
No,
I
Yeah,
mean,
I think that's
That's
what Mackenzie
exactly
was-
what I thought you guys were saying for a second.
Oh,
No,
hell
we're
no.
not sacrificing
Why are we giving
Cathor.
us a threat?
We're sacrificing fucking Thraxus.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
not
go
even
fucking ahead.
sacrificing him, yeah.
Screw that guy.
We're sending a wicked, manipulative devil his way. That's a fucking... We should just put a ribbon on this guy and say it's a gift wrapped. This is gonna be great. Xavier says, like, 3 months later, this was a huge mistake. Anyway, but for now, you know what? I feel bad for Cyrene. They are just...
Yeah.
They are just
Yeah.
like
toilets
This is
that
what-
we flush all our shit to.
So here's the interesting thing. Two things are happening at once. One, if we send this guy over to this particular big thing, it's basically a person that can control close to everything in a matter of just an instant whim, which may just freaking solve this guy's existence problem. Or they might team up. And if they do team up, two, I'm unsure what's going to happen when, like, we basically do the old orb swapperoo.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just be really careful when we approach Cyrene. But here's the situation. Honestly, look at Thrax's personality and look at this guy's personality. They couldn't be more diametrically opposed. I would bet most of my Xavier's personal fortune and betting that there's no way they're not gonna work together. Either one's gonna try to kill the other, or one's gonna try to manipulate the other. Whoever wins,
He won't
right?
be bored.
yeah, and
He
one
will
of the
not be
nice
bored.
things, one of the nice things about this situation in particular is that we have the opportunity to essentially set this guy up to be like, you know what? Fuck that golden son of a bitch. I'm gonna take over, and just automatically have them at odds as soon as he enters the scene.
And yeah, here's the best thing, all right? It's a win-win situation for us. Say Boz goes over there, Thraxus uses his god power and he kills Boz. Great, no more Boz, no more problems, right? If Boz goes over there and he either mentally manipulates or takes out Thraxus, then he's gonna like us, and when we want the orb, maybe he can negotiate for it. Maybe he won't really care about the orb. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we can give him something else he really wants. But he's willing to make deals. Thraxus was not willing to make any sort of deal.
You know, that is a very, very, very good point.
Yeah. So it's a win-win situation for us. I'm not ready to continue. And
All
yeah,
right.
I already gave the seal of approval for this contract. I'm worried about this spell, but I'm hoping Lucas can do something, or at least it'll be funny. Who cares, you know?
It'll
By
be
the way,
funny,
I'm
no
totally
matter
getting
what.
my nerd adrenaline like I was talking before.
Yeah.
I know, I'm forgetting that I'm sick right now. I'm so excited. Okay, so,
Kid has something.
Kid, what do you want?
Kid, yes.
Real quick, he was saying before he wanted to cast a spell, was he talking like all of us get the
Just
spell
one,
zappy
I
thing,
think.
or
One
was
person.
it like specifically?
One person. He gave
Okay.
no indication whatsoever as to who.
I
Yeah,
wonder.
that's got me worried. I would like Kid would like clarification, because if it's a magic zappy bit on them, then the answer is fuck no.
Well,
I,
mm-hmm,
well, I get to cast one spell.
mm-hmm. Maybe he can cast a spell on you to prevent whatever his spell's going to be.
Well, I guess
Well-
we have to find out.
Yeah, like
But
it
yeah,
could.
Kid's like I'm saying Kid's gonna directly ask Boz like who are you casting the thing on
Okay.
in
Boz?
those words.
Boz will say, "What's the name of the planet?" You want more specifics? I'd like more specifics too. It's only fair.
Kid's gonna look at the other people because they don't fucking remember.
Xavier ponders for a moment and says, how about it's me? How about I volunteer? How about we make you cast a spell on me? Right? Lucas's spell has to be on me and your spell has to be on me.
Clever, but I'm not giving an answer to that because that would give you an idea of my intentions.
Xavier says, I'm willing to chance it. Kid, it's up to you, but this could solve a lot of our situations and make everyone happy. It's a 5-minute spell that has no long-term effects other than pissing us off, and it won't change or hurt us physically.
Perhaps I should mention that your friend does not have much time.
Oh boy.
Look, I gave you a bit of free information.
I'm ready to get Sign in here, but I can't make the other players do what they want.
I'm just waiting
just
for
want
Kid
a
to be
drink.
honest.
I can't drink until we're done.
Peer
So
pressure, peer pressure. All those after-school specials were lies. Listen to your friends.
Strange
Especially
danger.
don't talk to strangers.
Stranger danger.
Also, I want to give you cigarettes. I'll give you cigarettes after this if you do what we want.
cracker
Cigarettes and booze.
We'll teach. We'll teach Kid how to smoke. It'll be great.
No.
Okay, fine. We'll teach her how to drink.
All the situations kids drag the group into, and now they're dragging Kid.
I know.
It's only fair.
Yeah, Kid will nod while glaring as they do.
Excellent. And with that, he will snap his fingers, and again that sheet and that feather quill comes down. He begins writing, and then he'll write it, and then he'll hand it over to Xavier. Xavier, the wording as he gives you is you will give him the ability to go to another planet of your choosing that will be named by you to manipulate a religious leader. And you will allow him to cast a single spell upon a single person of your party that will cause no physical damage, no long-term mental damage beyond, and it even says in parentheses, beyond possibly pissing one of you off, and will not change you in any physical way. In return, he will give you important and helpful information towards helping your friend and allow you to do the same to him with a spell.
All right. I will scan this over with my fucking law skill. Where is it? I gotta look it up.
While you're doing that, yes, Anna?
The ability to take him to another planet?
I said the ability for him to go to another planet.
Okay. Sorry, the way I understood it the first time was that we had to physically take him there.
No, that's not happening.
Okay,
Never.
no. Yeah, good. If it's not that.
Oh, there we go. Law. Okay, now it's typically CCW law, so this will definitely have to take a penalty.
Sure. Yeah.
It's up to you. But
give it. Make it harder by 20.
Okay, so it's at 85, so I need 65 or lower. No. Okay.
It looks good.
Yeah. Xavier will say, yeah, looks good.
Does he like read the important parts out loud? The one that like Squee said.
Yeah, I'll read it. I'll read it all aloud so everyone knows what it is, and then Xavier will say, "Yeah, that looks good." Whatever. Yeah. Yep.
Lucas go. I know how the spell and wish thing work. We're gonna when you cast a spell is now. Like when we sign this, that's when we cast it. It's not like at any point in the future you can cast a spell on us. We're doing this now.
Oh, sure, we can add that. And as far as who goes first, there's this lovely little Earth tradition that I prefer. Do you Rochambeau?
You'll have to explain that to me. I don't.
He's actually looking to Lucas. It's a little game, something with
I
rocks
know
and papers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, then I'll add that in there. He adds that in there. That the spell casting must take place within. He would say he'd look up at Lucas within 10 minutes of the signing.
Let's go with 6.
Can I do a suggestion for the Rochambeau?
Mm-hmm.
Can Squee send me a message on Skype saying rock paper scissors, and Piph send me a message on Skype saying rock paper scissors, and then I'll let you know who it is. That way, it's completely neutral.
I like that.
Okay.
So he'll add that into the contract where it says the spells must be cast within 6 minutes of signing said contract. All right.
You said 10 minutes first time.
No, but Lucas asked for 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So he'll do that, and with that, he will sign it, and then he just needs one of you to sign it.
Xavier will look to everyone. If no one's grabbing up for a pen, he'll do it.
Okay.
He goes for the pen once again. Little scream in the back of his head, and he's like, "Quiet, conscience! I don't need you right now." he signs as I want to make this official for everyone. As Xavier signs a literal deal with the devil.
Yep.
Or a devil in this case.
And the second you sign it, the paper disappears in a puff of brimstone.
Wait, it doesn't have to be in my own blood, right? It can just
No. You use the quill. And he goes, "Excellent. Perfect. So, perhaps we should get this out of the way first." And he goes up to Lucas.
All right, go ahead and shoot me a message, and I'll let you know what people pick. Or what people handed. I know, I'm excited.
This cannot go bad at all.
It depends. All right, and I got Piph.
I sent you one.
I saw. Rochambeau. Patrick puts up 2 fingers like scissors.
Patrick?
Sorry, not Patrick.
Looking
Patrick
very confused.
Sorry, I forgot. For a second, I thought I was the GM. I'm sorry. Sorry, Squee. Sorry, Lucas puts out 2 fingers like scissors, and Boz puts out a fist like rock.
Oh. Shit.
Ha! I do believe that means I win. He spins around and faces Kid.
Who's that?
Old high school friend.
And then you're going, Omaya,
Sorry.
Oh
hang
my
on
god,
1 second,
Boz
guys.
is speaking Korean.
Oh man.
That's his spell. Everyone heard that. That's his spell. I don't know what that does, but that's it. Oh man, I totally got my dirty adrenaline going on.
Don't acknowledge it; it'll go away.
Yeah, I know, eh? No, I'm excited about this. This is crazy. Fuck! You couldn't do this shit in a video game. Fuck.
No. You can't go and convince a demon or devil to potentially join your side, create a contract, and Rochambeau him.
No, exactly.
He's not gonna like me.
Good. You know what? Because I feel bad for Kid. So
Where is
we'll
it
see.
gonna stay?
I had a feeling it was going to be towards Kid because, with all due respect, you guys have the most. You guys butt heads the most.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a small percentage it could be Isaac, since Isaac's the one that shot, but it's Kid.
Well, to be fair, through Isaac's eyes, this guy is actually associated with Cyber 4. He's doggedly following us. Granted, he wants to talk, but he's also a devil that likes to manipulate people, and he's a giant threat to potentially saving Cyber 6, who we just have, and Heart. So
Hi.
that's why I went
Hi.
ahead and went, fuck
Hi.
you, shoot.
I wasn't questioning it. I agree.
Hi.
Yeah, I know.
So he immediately spins around onto Kid.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the horns.
And he starts casting compulsion.
Bring your wife in. Oh, never mind. I was going to make a joke about bringing your wife in to cast a spell, but... Ooh, what does
Kid.
compulsion do?
According to the terms of the contract, you are not to resist, but no one can force you. This is a conscious decision you have to make as a player to resist or not.
Look at all of us. Peer pressure, peer pressure. It doesn't sound that bad. Compulsion? What? You want to eat chocolate? Big whoop.
Boy. Okay.
Hey, don't joke about that. She could be part dog, and that could be toxic.
Wow, now who's racist?
Yeah, not all dogs. God.
Sorry.
All right.
He doesn't even
so,
look like a dog.
Who knows?
I'm gonna be fair about this, because as much as Kid wants to be like, I have perfect self-control, they have very little of that.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm a roll.
Sure.
50-50 chance.
Oh. And here's the thing.
They...
If you resist, will that make the contract null and void and everything that we did?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing?
It will be a breach of the contract.
So honestly, I don't want our entire plan to depend on a roll. I would like, for good or for ill, I would like you as the player to make the decision.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It'll be fun.
Kid's not going to resist.
Okay.
Yeah, I owe you. Like I don't know this because this is metagame, but like I owe you like a celestial coke or something. Xavier will do something really nice for you at some point. Xavier will do something really nice for you. I don't know what, right? But it'll happen.
Kid, he casts a spell, and as soon as he casts it, he says, "For the next 5 minutes, you will playfully dance in front of me while making cute noises.
That's not too bad. You're like a Furby.
Like someone that looks like you should do."
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my
First
god.
of all,
Oh my god. Oh,
first
shit.
of all, Inferno, how fucking dare you? Furbies are
What?
terrifying.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, without due respect, Kid's pretty terrifying too. Remember when
Without
you
an
ripped the
intimidation
jaw out of that
skill.
thing? I didn't want to come out of my tree cage. That was terrifying.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is awesome. All right, you don't have to like role play making the cute noises.
No,
It's-
of course not. No.
I don't
But,
like if you want to. Though,
But
honestly.
all of a sudden, Kid, since you didn't resist the spell, I'm going to let you know this is an irresistible compulsion to do this.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to figure out what their version of cute would be. Because it's
Ooh,
not.
That's a good point.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a very skewed version.
Oh, it could be like a Maury War dance for like her people.
Or
That
just
could be cute.
blubbing around like her favorite pet.
Aw.
See, I want to make it very clear, roleplay wise. He knows this is really out of character and this is like a big ego blow. So, despite how cute and playful it is, Xavier's not going to smile during this. He doesn't want to rub salt in Kid's poor wound because this is a big ego blow.
All right.
So now Lucas should do his spell, right? And they can't resist.
Yeah, like,
Ooh.
so basically, just to let you know, he kind of, leans against something and watches with an amused smile on his face the entire time while Kid
Mhm.
playfully dances and makes cute noises.
Yeah, I'm imagining it at this point being something along the lines of like the dances on the kids show that they've been binging on for the past god knows how
Oh
many
my
months.
god.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anna's eye starts twitching.
Just
So
like-
I know like Xavier said, oh, it's not so bad. But this is Kid we're
bad.
talking about.
yeah. Okay, what's Lucas's spell? I'm really
Yeah.
curious about that.
All right,
It's like Christmas.
Lucas actually says this in character. All right, so I need a vote here. Hardball or softball? Hardball,
Hard.
softball.
Xavier looks at Kid, and wait, Kid can still talk, right?
Yeah, Kid can talk. She has to make cute noises, so she would have to talk cutely.
Oh my god. Okay, Xavier's gonna say, "Oh, fuck it, hardball."
And he holds up a finger and goes, wait until the spell's finished. I'm enjoying this.
Okay.
And then does Lucas wait the 5 minutes?
Unless that breaches the 6-minute thing, he'll wait.
Yeah, no, that's why he chose 5 minutes, so you still have a minute to do whatever
Alright.
you would need to.
He goes, perfectly fine. Though I would say, I think you're, I'll let you find out.
Turn
He
the son of a
shrugs.
bitch into a puppet.
No,
I
you
can't change him physically.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
So,
that's
I didn't
gonna
want to
be
turned
way
into a
better.
puppet. I
So
was just
for the
saying
next-
puppet once already.
So for the next 5 minutes, Kid playfully dances and makes cute noises. He
For
grins.
the record, the best puppet was Anna Puppet. She was so angry.
She's
Just
still
imagine
angry,
like
apparently.
a Muppet Anna face with
You
like
guys didn't
constantly
even know
crossed
Anna.
eyebrows. Yeah, I don't care. It was funny.
And he the only thing he would do is at one point he would look up at the rest of the group and he'd say, Cyber 4 be damned. This is what makes life worth living. And then looks back to Kid. And then the 5 minutes end, Kid, and you no longer feel compelled to dance.
Luke goes, wait, whoa, before you do anything, kid. I got some for you. Come here.
Kid walks over, and as they pass the devil, they are going to flip him off.
Okay. Hey, she learned that. I taught her that.
He waves. He waves happily.
All right. So, Isaac, give me one of the big guns you got. Give me like a big gun.
What do you mean by big? Do you mean hard hitting?
Physically big.
Kid has the turret gun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kid has a turret
She
gun.
has that.
Yes.
Perfect. He goes like,
Is that big enough?
Yeah, that one's good. Luca goes, all right, here's the deal for this one. Kid gets to use this spell as much as she wants during this particular time allotted. It's up to Kid how much is given to you. I'm sorry.
No,
Lucas casts the spell. And instructs Kid on how to use it.
Is it
The
big
spell
guns?
is called Unlimited Ammo. Lucas just bends down, touches the gun, explains how it works, and goes, make sure you don't use real ones, and go.
What's the ammo do?
It hurts.
Okay, yeah. The terms was to cause no physical damage.
yeah.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't.
It does. I
Wait,
specifically.
let Piph explain.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Let Piph-
Yes, explain.
Please let him explain. Yeah.
Yes.
This is an illusionary spell that does fake ammo to actually make sure that the mental part thinks it's being shot, but actually
So it's
is
mentally
just
distressing.
illusionary damage that does no lasting effect
wow.
whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually, it can't kill them or hurt them. It just makes them feel
Yeah.
like they're being shot.
The only thing is, when they drop to 0 HP, they become unconscious, and then that's it. They just can wake up.
How long does it
See-
last?
It's up to you. It has no particular thing. It's just they fall unconscious.
No. How long does the spell last?
The spell.
The spell lasts, and I can turn this down to 5 minutes if necessary. Let's see, 2 melees per level of experience. So let's see. So that's 30 seconds. That's exactly 5 minutes.
Oh, that's amazing. And here's the best thing. It might be mentally distressing, and it
But it
might
doesn't
piss
do
him off.
damage.
That's
Yeah.
pretty fair.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, he wants to find
Jimmy.
loopholes in his little contracts. We found a fucking loophole right here.
I think he did.
Wow. That makes the dance seem like nothing. Jesus. Fuck Xavier being like this guy. Fucking Lucas is more like this goddamn people.
So what does
Which-
Kid do?
Lucas also whispers, "You might want to keep him conscious."
God,
For
what's
probably-
the softball gonna be?
Oh my god. For probably the first time ever, Kid has a giant grin on their face.
His face, he's smiling the whole time, then you cast the spell and his smile disappears. And he looks at it and he goes, "No physical damage."
None.
Kid shakes their head slowly, still grinning ear to ear,
His
and
eyes
starts
narrow.
firing.
His eyes narrow. His knife-
And remember, no resisting.
His
Oh, no!
his face turns into a frown as Lucas says that, and the first illusionary rounds slam into him.
So wait, can we, the outsiders, see the rounds, or is it like he being shot by like an invisible thing? Because if it's all in his head, then it's all in his head, right? So is it gonna be like Kid making like pow pow noises and this guy like shuddering?
The character is allowed to fire shots of the weapon faster to a point where he'll actually be able to fire an equivalent of an entire clip in one melee action. All shots are believed to be real and causes illusionary damage. So you guys can try to resist the illusionary thing to actually see if these are bullets or not. But this is just this is just whizzing really hard, really fast.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Just
Xavier's
a
gonna
real
freak
hard
out for a second. But
So
that's okay.
this does 1d4 times 10 per shot.
Oh, Jesus.
And,
People gonna get unconscious. Wait, what? But yeah, hold on.
So yeah, here's the thing. Spoiler alert: this guy's got a shit ton of hit points, but not that many hit points. Not 5 minutes worth of hit points.
Not
So-
5 minutes worth of hit points.
So,
Oh,
Kid,
that's good.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna describe what happens, and you tell me when and if Kid stops. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So at first, his smile disappears, and when Lucas says that, he starts to frown, and then he gets hit. And at first, he goes, "Ah," and looks down and notices there's no physical damage, and he goes, "Well, that's ah."
Kid just starts in single bursts, and then it becomes just a steady stream.
And he so basically the first shot, he looks down, he sees there's no damage, he goes, "Well, that's," gets hit with another one, "Ah!" And he looks at Lucas, eyes wide, "What kind of ah ah?" And that's when the stream starts, and the stream just starts hitting him and hitting him and hitting him, and he at first he grits his teeth and he doesn't make a noise. He just stares at Kid and then Lucas. And then he starts to make a low, painful growl, Then he, as he continues to pound into him, after 30 seconds, 45 seconds, he goes to his knees and he starts laughing. A very, very gut-wrenching from the bottom of his body laugh. You can see tears streaming down his face, and he just throws his head back as he's getting shot over and over, and just, it's the weirdest, most painful laugh, as in full of pain, that you've ever heard. And it goes on for another maybe minute, and then slowly the laugh starts to die down as you see that he is starting to slump over.
Anna's backing away.
Yeah.
Xavier has a lot of questions, but now this isn't the time or place.
Also, I'm trying to think. I'm not sure how that works even, but I give me a second. Yeah, no. Does Kid, so simple question. Does Kid send him into unconsciousness?
No.
Oh, groovy.
Okay. So, give me a second here. Let's see how strong his mental power is.
Nice.
So, as he seems to fade, his form changes shape. It grows larger to where it's about 14 feet tall. His legs and arms become more covered in fur. His torso and head is that of looks very similar to a dragon with goat horns. And he looks very much a horrific monster as he starts to slump into unconsciousness. Whatever he did to hold his form or shape has failed him in these last few seconds. Does Kid stop?
Yeah. Kid stopped once he started transforming and just kind of puts the turret away with a very satisfied look, and then kind of curious.
Xavier will look towards Lucas and Kid, and then he'll look back towards Boz, and he'll gulp, and he'll say, just mental discomfort and the long lasting of being pissed off. That's all you got, right? Xavier asks, hopefully.
Yeah, like there's a few seconds of silence. The change was my own.
Oh.
And
Okay. Xavier says, you look a little different.
He stands up fully to about 14 feet tall.
Oh my god!
Stretches.
Wait, are we inside of our ship?
No,
So
you're
like...
You're outside. You're like on a
Oh,
rooftop.
yeah. You're on a
basically,
rooftop,
or an
yeah.
alley,
Oh yeah.
And he like stretches and unleashes this roar, and then you see his body start to shrink again, and within a few seconds he regains the appearance of the human, well, the black-skinned human with the goat horns, and he goes, "Well played. That form is usually one that I never show to anyone I intend to leave alive, though I feel that starting a fight now would, well, if not break the literal words, it would break the spirit of the contract in a way I'm not comfortable with. Well played indeed, mage."
He goes, yeah, I'd bow slightly, but honestly, I didn't expect Kid to go that far. You must have really pissed him off, them.
Well, that was rather the point. And he looks at Kid. Well, spells are out of the way.
Yes. On to sharing our knowledge. Who shall go first? I guess it doesn't matter since we have a signed contract and all that.
I'll go first.
Oh,
In
okay.
respect to your mage and his
All right.
resourceful thinking.
No. Xavier gives a nod over towards Lucas.
First, know that your friend is in considerable danger. She is being used to create a enhanced army for Cyber 4. However, her caretaker has made several remarks about her body being very inefficient and wanting to upgrade it. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I imagine it's not good. She is being kept in the spire of the Dead Man's Lands. At least that's what they call it here. An area of this panel that is no longer used because Cyber 4 feels that secrecy is his ally. He wants to make an army to take over the other cybers, and the less that people know about it, the better. The good news for you is that means minimal security, though even that is saying something.
Huh. See.
I could point you in the direction, but I'm sure your friend over there would know exactly where I'm talking about. And so you see Cyber 6 nodding. That is my information for you.
Ah. All right. Well, the planet's name is Cyrene, and then Xavier will give the galactic coordinates of the planet. It's currently this individual who is a religious leader. His name is Thraxis. He is a being of great power, but he is also somewhat mentally unstable. Not so much that he's stark raving mad, but he's become obsessive in a sense. Something that can be easily manipulated. He is the leader of a religion that we actually initially instituted, called the Triumvirate. The gods, which are all fake gods, by the way, are the follows. Ceslios, the god of trade, Padum, god of the sun, and Dearest, goddess of storms. Thraxis has taken on the mantle of Ceslios. No, wait, as Padum, god of the sun, right, Squee? I'm pretty sure it's Padum.
Yeah.
Has taken on the role of Padum and has tried to push away the other two gods. This, too, might be able to be used to your advantage to manipulate the general populace. Xavier ponders for a moment and he says, the planet is populated mostly by humanoids resembling myself, and all the Palladians are dead, right?
Yeah, they're all extinct.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry, that was in character.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
And that's about it. It is the planet has transformed from a desert wasteland into something much more lush and aesthetically pleasing. I trust this is sufficient information. Of course, you can always go and verify, but unless there's been great changes in the past 6 months, you'll find everything exactly the way I say.
Real quick, I thought the planet was pretty much just a cityscape at this point.
Yeah, it's a giant city.
Oh,
at this point,
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, my mistake. Then a little retcon and say, instead of being Desert Westland, now it is a place of great urban development, very similar to this place. So it is of high technology. It's not some tiny backwater anymore.
So, a real god made from a fake religion. Interesting.
I thought so. That's why we decided to steer you towards it. I think you'll have much more fun. You wanted interesting. You didn't want to be bored. I can almost guarantee, because I don't know your mind, I can almost guarantee the second you get there, you will not be bored. And this silly little rebellion power struggle will be nothing compared to Thraxis.
All right, I'm sold. Shall I go wait on your ship then?
You don't have a way of transporting yourself?
Unfortunately, I do not currently possess the ability to leave this place. And as the contract states, you will give me the ability to go to a planet of your naming. I believe that means I travel with you. Unless
Xavier
you
quickly grabs the contract. He reads it over. He looks to his friends and he says, "Shit, he's right."
And it was so close.
Really? Really?
You were thinking about it. The wording he did was fishy.
I
But
didn't
we, like a bunch of
realize-
dummies, Mackenzie said, "Oh no, he's fine."
This happens every time.
Well,
I
you have
didn't-
to stand up for yourself, Mackenzie.
No, because every time you're like, oh no, it's fine. It's like, okay, I'll believe you guys.
That's what I get for believing in my friends.
God damn it.
So many lessons we have learned are wrong today.
Kid is gonna point at Boz and go, "You stay away from my room."
Mm.
Well then, I suppose that will be a yes. I don't actually know where your ship is. Is there room in there? He starts like walking towards the helicopter.
Can
Is-
Xavier just tell him where our ship is? Oh wait, God, I don't think we want to take him to our ship unescorted. That'd be insane.
Yeah. We don't. Plus, like, there's also the whole thing with, like, there's a pocket dimension, he doesn't have access to it, and we don't want him on the actual ship, because God knows what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I will
yeah.
say, for all fairness, you simply have to give him the ability to go there. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to take him on your ship or anything like
Oh
that.
shit!
Wait,
Strap him to the
Candyland, right?
outside of the ship.
No, the necklace.
You know
That's
what? That
hilarious,
is
though.
actually a pretty good necklace. That might be a thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, but what else was someone thinking of? Someone also gasped. Candyland using that Candyland powers?
I was thinking, wait, the necklace is a really great idea.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
What
the
necklace?
one that we put Ryle in.
Oh,
You
I
can
see
just
what you're
follow
saying.
us.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
He can stay on the ship. We got room for him, and he won't
Yeah.
try to make weird ass deals. Can
Yeah.
you imagine if fucking Ryle had a conversation with Boz? It'd be awful. He would sell his soul for a bunch of
no.
goddamn fish.
Oh no!
We have to keep
no.
this guy away from Ryle.
You mean all the fish?
Yes, all the fish you can eat. Ooh, where do we sign?
Squee, please don't do this.
Let's put him in the necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ryle's currently already in the necklace.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, we'll
we
wait.
have
Okay,
to-
here's the pitch. We'll all get in the helicopter, right? We'll have him
Mhm.
drop us off at our ship. We take Ryle out. We put Boz in, right? And
Mhm.
then we keep doing our thing. And now that we know Boz is in the necklace, and we're gonna keep our deal, right?
Mhm.
We won't have to worry about him fucking up our ship or our dimension or anything like that, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I think he'll just need a little bit of convincing, but I think we can do that. Boz, that is.
This is the safest way to get you onto the ship.
Well, yeah. There's all sorts of tactics we can use with this guy. Okay. But if ever it's good with that, Squee, that's what we'll do. We'll say, let's get in the helicopter. They'll have us drop us off at the ship, and we'll start arranging for a way for us to drop you off at Cyrene.
Sure, he'll be more than happy, and you guys will have a very awkward helicopter flight. Like I imagine, like
Lucas
after...
would actually, like, after a time, would go like, "So you know, like, a lot of like neat spells and stuff like that, and it's kind of if it's not too personal, how the heck did you get here?"
I was call it a one-way spell. A rift was opened for me, and I do not personally have the knowledge to do such things.
Doesn't seem like there's any rifts over here.
No, that's what made it so difficult. If this place had ley lines, it would have been much simpler. It took a ley line nexus and 3 mages of considerable skill to remove me here, though it was quite worth it. You don't happen to have a nexus and 3 mages to move me to Cyrene, do you?
No. We'll have to use conventional ways. However, we do have ways of cheating time and space, so it won't be an extremely long journey.
Well, as you say, I am more than willing to abide by the contract.
Good.
So, wanting to do the right thing. How's that working out?
50-50, Xavier says.
It's kind of fun, to be honest. You get to actually make sure that you're always active. You actually make sure things are set in the right direction, and afterwards you can reap rewards. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, but the guilt, it's gotta be hideous.
Guilt?
Yes, wanting to always do the right thing, never being able to fully accomplish it or do it right. I gotta imagine that if you always feel like you should do the right thing, then you probably feel responsible for quite a few horrible things.
Oh, no, not me. It's more of like I try hard, and if it doesn't work out, I mean...
He raises
you
an
did your
eyebrow.
thing.
So, wanting to try hard without the conscience to weigh you down, I've never tried that before.
Oh, here's a neat one. Do the right thing, but also sneak in like a whoopee cushion or two.
Huh.
He goes, a what?
So
It's a fart
these
bag,
little-
Xavier says.
Yeah, it's a fart bag. So you slip these little fart bags underneath like where the people seat, and then it sounds like they're farting.
It's funny the first 2 times. When he does it to you 15 times and more, it gets old pretty fast.
Yeah, but I don't want to just, actually injure you when you sit
No.
down. I mean, like, some people use pins, not a good thing. Some people have, like, injected butts. It's a very big mess.
Wait, what's an injected butt?
See, what happens is when people feel like their butt is too small, they actually inject fluids into their butt in these little sack things, and it just it's a horrible thing on its own. But when pins are involved, it's a mess.
I once convinced a poor sap to sign a contract where he ended up having to try and fart himself to death. Didn't work out. He ended up starving, which I suppose in the end nullified the contract, but doesn't matter.
Because he was
They, he looks up, sees all the looks at him. I'm guessing you had to be there.
Yeah, we don't have your sense of humor.
Farting oneself to death. They wanted to fart themselves. How do you...
Oh, he was a rather dim boy, honestly.
Oh.
I didn't think it was possible, but never hurts to try. And it goes on like that until you get back. And you get back to the
ship?
Yeah, your ship. So your ship is in the subway tunnels near the Resistance hideout.
Yeah.
So we can narratively kind of cover this. So you want to take Rael out of the necklace and put him in the necklace until you figure out how you're going to get him to Cyrene?
Well, I wouldn't mind having a conversation with Boz of why
Of
he
course.
needs to go in the necklace. So after Kid lets Rael out, and Xavier's going to say, so a part of our contract was to ensure transportation to this planet. Now, with all due respect, you saw on the helicopter ride over how many strange looks you got and how you don't really fit in with us, and we're a pretty strange group of people, but you would just stick out like a sore thumb, right?
A bit.
And you talked about do-gooders, right? Maybe on our trip to Cyrene, we come across some mortal crusaders, some wannabe knights, whatnot, right? They take one look at you, there's going to be a big fight, and it could damage our ship. It could create a big hullabaloo, right? Now, I'm a smuggler by trade, and I would very much like to smuggle you to create the path of least resistance and to get you to Cyrene as soon as possible. Sound like a reasonable thing?
It depends on how you're intending to do that.
Well, here's the good part, and you're going to absolutely love this. We obviously still need to go get Hart. But as soon as we get Hart and give the Cybers their cure, we're going to take off. Now, you might have noticed a giant worm-like creature. Well, he typically doesn't stay on the ship. He stays inside this enchanted medallion here, he says. and it's pretty much a small pocket dimension where you feel no discomfort, you have no problems, and actually, Rael, how does time pass in there? Does time pass really fast or really slow, or is it normal? Do you get bored? What's it like in there?
Oh, it hardly passes at all, I think. I mean, I just kind of think about fish and home and mom, and then next thing I know, I'm back out again.
So there you go. Time itself is relative in here. So this is not only the safest way for you to travel, but in essence, this is the quickest way for you to travel. And we're bound by a contract. So we can't keep you in here because, one, we're going to need this for other things. Two, who knows what you're capable of, your powers or anything like that, right? So how about we give it a test drive, okay? Boz, while you go in here, I'll count to 5, we'll let you out, and we'll let you experience it for yourself. Sound fair?
You can draw up another contract to say that we're going to do that if you want, I guess.
He raises an eyebrow and he goes, "No, I'm willing to try this. If you try to trap me inside there, I would just have to force my way out, and you would not like that."
No, and then we would all die, I figure. Yeah. So, all right, in you go.
Lucas, almost boredly turns to him and goes, "Okay, next time we do, a 6-month trip, I want to be in that necklace to make it a shorter trip. I don't want to do this again."
Hey, Xavier says, I just got it. Hey, you know what? I'll fix you up with my little crazy little maybe daughter, and she'll make the trip really fast. You won't even know you're here.
That would be great.
Oh shit!
Xavier is like, I'm gonna have to teach you sarcasm.
Actually, like most spaceships and most space flight have some kind of stasis. If we get our hands on more or duplicate them or somewhat, that could be our stasis pod. just go into a necklace.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
So this is taking place outside the ship, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. He goes, "Very well. How do you activate this particular device?"
Xavier says, funny question. I've never actually had to use this. This is more Lucas and Kid. Hey, Kid, you want to show me how you activate this thing? Do you wiggle it around? Do you say some magic word or something?
Kid takes the necklace and holds it out at Boz with a very innocent smile.
And then you will him to go inside the necklace?
Mm-hmm.
All right, he disappears into the necklace.
Oh, you didn't have to say a magic word or anything. Oh, sorry. 1 intergalactic, 2 intergalactic, 3 intergalactic, 4 intergalactic, 5 intergalactic. Okay, let him out.
Kid throws the necklace at Lucas.
My turn.
No.
And he's just wishy wishy washy, releasey bikisi.
Xavier tries to wonder if he's ever heard those words before.
Boz comes out in his human form, but he has a towel around his very wet hair that he's drying, and he has a form of a sandwich in his other hand, and he goes, oh, is it that time already?
Well, yeah, it was only just a few seconds. Wait, this is Boz, right?
Yeah, it's Boz.
Where'd you get that sandwich?
Oh, I thought as much. You have no idea how this thing actually works. Well,
I've never had to be in there.
Suffice to say, I'm more than willing to travel in this kind of comfort.
Xavier ponders for a moment. Wait a second. Lucas, put me in there for 5 seconds.
No. Better, no, this is important. Turns to him. Are you telling me you shower while eating a sandwich?
He looks at Lucas for a long moment. No. Who does that?
Xavier looks to Lucas.
No
Lucas?
one yet.
Lucas,
Nice
if I
got
start to
rough.
see lettuce in our drain,
He returns to Xavier. He says, "For your knowledge, those of
Yeah.
us who know how to manipulate pocket dimensions can make far more use out of that necklace than simply a holding state like your large, colorful friend does."
Oh. Oh, so in order for me to get sandwiches and pleasure palace and all that stuff, I need to know how to work dimensions and stuff.
You could be taught.
We'll put a pin in that, Xavier. In the meantime, now that you don't mind, we're gonna just put you back in. Okay?
He nods and then he looks up and he looks directly at the ship and he goes, "You. Why? Why do you have Mortis Ball gear?"
Mortis
Your
ball
what?
gear.
Huh?
Is that like a type of landing gear?
And he looks around. "An orb. A golden orb with intricate writing. Have you seen it? You have it? It is speaking to me."
Oh no, that's just a fake.
He scrunches his eyebrows up and he goes, "No, it is definitely that foul demon. You know not what you have. It is dangerous beyond measure. Destroy it."
That's the plan.
Yeah, honestly,
we're
I'm
working
good with
on
that.
it.
We're trying to
Well,
figure
listen.
out how.
You worry about Pleasure Dimension and Cyrene. We'll worry about Demon Orb.
The more I learn about you, the more interested I become.
I know, right?
Please
Bye.
Such
He goes into the
different
necklace.
reactions.
Wait. He'd want to ask something, so he's actually going to try and resist that.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
could easily resist that.
Well,
Yeah.
no, he has to roll to resist.
No,
Oh.
that was the entire point of the necklace. The person has to be willing to
Be
go into
willing.
the necklace. That was,
Yeah.
yeah. As long as he's willing to go into the necklace. If he doesn't want to go into the necklace, he can have more questions.
All right. Yeah, he would hold up a finger and he would like go to ask a question.
No?
Never mind. And he'll just like make it. He'll make a circular motion with his hand to Lucas, like, all right.
He's like, okay, and then holds up the necklace.
And he disappears inside it. And Ryle's like, "So, how do you get a sandwich in there?"
Well, I'll
Just
try
like
to
a
figure it
fish.
out with a man inside, and he'll try to figure it out, and then we both figure out a necklace, and then you can have fish tacos. Let's get going.
Don't promise him anything, please.
Yeah, he won't
Now we
shut
need
up
to
about
make him fish tacos.
Ace, you, let's get to tacos.
Cyber
Fish
6
rain
as,
from the sky.
as entertaining as that is, perhaps we should concentrate on heart.
Yes. We found
Yes.
a. Immediately switched. Yes. We found a
Yes.
signal. That we were tracing to that area.
Wait,
that
I
you
found the
mentioned.
signal. Oh wait, I told you about it. Okay.
Yes. That's why I said
you're
we,
psychic.
not me.
Oh no, I thought I didn't tell you. That's all. But I did. So please continue.
Okay. So we found a signal, and we're reasonably sure that it's from her. So we know the general area of where she is.
So if we have a combination of your knowledge of this wasteland area and the signal that we can follow, we might be able to get to her really, really fast.
Agreed. That shouldn't be too difficult. And if what our strange new acquaintance says is true, then it will be lightly guarded, and we then have to make a choice of how you want to approach this. Honestly, I'm a bit out of sorts. I never even expected to see you here, so I don't know what kind of resources you have at your disposal, but it might be best to sneak in, or if it is as lowly protected as he is, perhaps a frontal assault. It is a spire.
Well, we do have an army back as a backup, but that's kind of for emergencies. They're kind of on retainer.
Yeah.
He nods. I see. To give you some more information, the Dead Man's Land is an area of this panel that was subject to a minor civil war, namely started by myself.
Oh.
I don't suppose you've learned much about my people, but suffice to say, we have our dark secrets that I felt should be exposed, and I may have kind of started a coup trying to take over from the other cybers.
Oh, don't worry about that. We already know all about that, and also found a cure for that stuff.
What?
Yeah. The leaders of this current rebellion informed us of the true dark secret of your race, that each of you has a piece or are actually progeny of a captive ancestor race. In addition, due to the lack of genetic variation, it's causing a propensity for disease. We've been able to go back to Zeberon, and thanks to their head scientists,
Maybe we should step into the ship and not have this conversation outside.
Xavier says, "Oh yes, of course. Sorry, I got all wrapped up with the demon in the necklace."
Right, me as well. And he'll follow you guys on the side of the ship, where an Indigo runs out and like hugs Cyber 6, and they have their a little touching reunion where. I mean, it's clear they're very good friends, and Indigo says, "Oh, I'm so glad you're safe." And I'm not going to role play the reunion between these two, but it's very clear that they are very happy to see each other. Cyber 6 berates her for breaking her promise to come get him, and then thanks her for breaking her promise to come get him.
He also berates her on the lack of dress code.
No, he seems.
I want those boots to shine.
No, he's quite used to her always wearing an orange onesie and a black tank top. So you guys get inside the ship.
Is the tank top on top of the onesie or under?
No. So typically, how Indigo walks around is she has an orange onesie, almost like a mechanic jumpsuit, but she has it unbuttoned and tied around the waist, and wears a black tank top.
Oh, okay.
So you guys get inside the ship, and Cyber 6 will say, "So I heard vaguely about the disease. I am grateful that you found a cure. This is a little confusing, but there's a reason why I left. Well, you know about my people and the issue, and the only way I saw to solve it, because the truth of the matter is I could not go on killing just to survive. But I knew that giving such information away too quickly and irresponsibly would devastate our society. I had thought that if I could take control of the government, I could start to slowly and carefully release bits of the truth to allow my society to, I guess the word would be, acclimate to it. Unfortunately, my rebellion was a failure, and I left rather than be, well, paraded down a street as a traitor."
Okay.
The point is, the Dead Man Lands was where the rebellion took place, and it left such devastation that, well, I suppose they never moved back after all these years. There is, however, a spire there that was a manufacturing plant. I am assuming this is what Boz was talking about. A large tower, very hard to miss.
It sounds like you still have more to say.
Oh, no, he doesn't. He goes quiet after that.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, well, we have a few of your old Corsairs friends as well. Charlotte and Wansuk, who's been helping us out. I think,
Charlotte.
yeah, that'll be interesting. They're supposed to rendezvous with us. They were helping creating the distraction to rescue you. They should be here relatively soon.
You managed to convince her to come all the way out here?
Oh,
He
yeah,
brought a
her.
bottle booze.
Ah,
Yeah, she specifically said, "I want to see the look on his face when we rescue him."
So you'll see that soon enough. She did her part so far, so I think they can be trusted, capable enough to assist us on this. Anything, if we do anything big and loud, it might send some political ripples across the rest of the cyber world. So if we make something small and exact and precise, that might be the better bet. You know, a small rescue team, elite rescue team.
he nods. And more to the point of what Boss said, it would make sense that this caretaker would see an organic body as inefficient. My guess is that they would attempt to, well, and he looks at Isaac and then kind of looks down. And so he looks at Isaac mainly, I want to point out, because Isaac's the one that seems the most upset when talking about Hart.
Yeah.
And he goes,
We're all upset, but he's like,
Yeah.
he can't mask it on his face, right, Isaac?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He goes,
friend.
there's a good chance they might try to fit her with an exoskeleton. And that would require removing what's already there.
Okay. So we should go now.
Yeah.
He nods.
Okay. So Xavier says, how about we do, if the trick works once, how about it works twice? We'll go back to the rebel base. We'll get that signal. We'll head over to the place. Isaac, I'll give you my holo computer, my wrist-mounted holo computer, so you can follow the signal yourself. I think Isaac should lead the rescue team, and then we should also have a distraction team. I'm not going to be really great in a fight, but what I can do is run and cause a lot of noise and a lot of problems. So I'm willing to be on the distraction team. Make them think an attack or disturbance is coming from someplace else, so we can have the eyes of security on me and whoever wants to accompany me, while Isaac, you and whoever wants to go with Isaac, gets in there and gets Hart out.
That sounds like a
That's
really
my
good plan.
suggestion. So I guess the question is who wants to be? It's like baseball, Isaac. You're captain of one team, and I'll be captain of another distraction team versus rescue
Infiltration.
team. Yeah, and I'm fine if it's just a bunch of NPCs with me, right? And I'm not doing this just to be difficult, but it's true. Xavier, he can fire a pistol, okay, right? But he's not going to be able to talk his way into there or anything like that, right? So I think he's better serving as a distraction.
So, I mean, I'm fine with that as a GM. I could probably run two things. Like, for example, if Xavier, I'm assuming you mean like piloting the ship, causing a distraction with the ship, where Xavier
I could
more...
use the ship, and maybe there's like a ground force or something like that. But
Sure.
seriously, if we want to do this tonight, because I'm feeling so unwell, you can just give me like a sentence and just focus on the rest of the group. Honestly, I can use the rest for my voice.
I was actually going to say, there's no way we're going to have time to finish this tonight. So I thought this would be a good place to stop, where you guys can kind of lay out some plans and things of that nature. And that way, if you choose to do it this way, which I think it makes perfect logical sense, I can, as a GM, prepare something that would be suitable and keep everyone involved.
All right, well then before we call it, let's have a really concrete plan. So when we start next session, we go like right into it, right? No questions, no on the fences or anything like that. We give you all the information you need.
Yep.
So you can plan out the scenario, and we can rock and roll up.
I agree. That would help me a lot too.
Okay.
Sounds great.
So, is everyone okay with the two teams idea, the rescue team and the distraction team?
I'm
like it.
okay with that.
Okay. So the question would be, now, knowing that Xavier, well, I was going to say Xavier's most effective. Xavier's most effective when he's sweet talking.
Yeah,
But
that's
in
true.
this situation, I think he's far more effective in a cockpit
Well,
than he is
hold up
on
a
gun.
second. I wonder if I could sweet talk them.
Well,
I still
and-
have the metal exosuit.
There are people
I
there.
I also want to point out I also have a gun that
Hmm.
you might be able to use fairly well. Do you have computer operations?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, the
so
dart.
I have a gun that if you shoot an inorganic being, you can hack into it and make it do whatever.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
I
fuck
used
that.
it on
Fuck
one
the
of those.
plane. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yes, I want. Okay, I'll trade you my holo computer for that gun, and then all I have to get is one of their guys, and then I can pretend one of those guys and be like this weird ass infiltrator that like fucks up all their shit. And oh my god, that's great. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I
gun, gun,
put
gun,
it
gun,
in
gun,
Discord.
gun. It's a pistol, right?
Yeah, it's a pistol.
it's
Yeah, I can fire pistols.
Yeah.
Great.
And also, you can choose to disrupt systems, so it's a computer operations check with a 5% penalty, shut down, which makes them go to sleep, and you can control.
Oh, control, 100% control.
yeah. Obviously,
I'm
it's
gonna
harder
control-
to do that, but
Yeah.
with your operation skills, you still have a decent chance.
I have a pretty strong computer operation. So yeah,
And it has more than one shot, so if you fail, try
Sweet.
again.
and we could do all sorts of fucking ground shenanigans. And
Yeah.
while the rescue team does their thing. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. With all due respect, Squee,
Mhm.
if I can do my golden tongue in a robot in some other robot's head, I'm gonna fucking do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I don't ever plan these things where combat is the only foregone conclusion. So,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, and at one point, like during the cyber, would say, "Oh wait," and he starts like touching his head. Does anyone have my hat?
Yeah, I'll go and get him his hat and his kind of shot up poncho.
I can't do a mission without my. Thank you, Isaac. Like he actually looks distressed until he puts on the poncho and the sombrero.
Now that you don't have your exoskeleton, I also have a spare set of armor that we can cut up and, fuse onto you.
Well,
You can have the one I'm wearing.
I was wondering. There's plenty of. Well, I know you don't probably know much about it, but there's these robot. I guess you call them graveyards.
Yeah,
We have a few bodies.
Okay, how long have you been here? He says.
Like
Okay,
2 days.
So here's all of this has escalated in 2 days. And by
Minus
the way,
the week that we took.
I'm
sort of.
2
surprised.
weeks back.
2 weeks.
I'm honestly surprised you're not confused as to why you're here. We brought you here originally.
No, that part was told to me while they were repairing me. Not everyone that held me was against me. I was told that you brought me here severely damaged. I assume from that large fellow who shot me in the chest.
Yeah.
He's
Hard and I were able to put you back together, but you were in a coma, and we couldn't figure out why.
Well, then I am indebted to you in more ways than I thought. I am grateful, and I will find a way to show you that, but it's just, this has not been time yet. He goes, well, if you have been to these graveyards, perhaps I can piece something together from that.
Sounds good.
Or, Xavier suggests, you could always take one of Lucas or mine, the exosuits that we've been wearing.
I would have to get used to it, but it's possible, yeah.
It'll
I've
be
never
faster,
actually-
at the very least, and time is of the essence.
He nods and he goes, I've never actually worn that stuff, but sure. He nods.
So, I guess the question is what each player wants to be. If they want to be a part of, the rescue of Heart or an insane distraction. I know.
I see. The thing is, I can as Lucas, he would be up for either one. He's pretty good at stealth, and man, can he distract a man or two.
God, can he ever? Can he ever?
I think he might be more in the distraction category because I think the bulk and brunt of things I think they can take care of stuff. I think we might need a bit more of the tactical mouthpiece.
Well, could I make a request?
Sure.
If Xavier is cool going on the ground, going with the group, especially if he has that dart and if he has a chance.
Yeah.
Could we just keep everyone together and have the NPCs do a distraction?
Sure.
I mean, there's nothing saying that
okay.
Lucas can't distract the people on the rescue team.
While we're doing
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Oh, I see. Like so our distraction shenanigans might still be useful while we're trying to rescue Hart. Actually, it would be extremely useful.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
I
my
can
thought
dig
is keep the PCs and whatever NPCs they want to take with them as the rescue party, and then
and
set
have the other
everyone else.
NPCs do like an external distraction while we break internally into this tower, right?
Right. And that would
It's
keep
a
us from
tower,
having
right?
to run two things at once. Yes, it's a spire, so a tower. Yeah.
Okay. I'm willing for that. I'm willing for that. Definitely.
Okay. Everyone else okay with that?
Yes.
Good. Groovy. Okay. Well then,
I guess we're all gonna rescue Hart anyway. Works for me. I didn't know about this gun though. Xavier's gonna be in love with it. If this works out well, I might try to buy it from Isaac.
They stole it from the vault.
Yeah,
it's
it's when we got
the groups.
Yeah,
they stole two things of note. They stole that gun, and they stole I think we call it shield. I have to look it up.
Armor
the armor
Where the
group.
heck did you get this?
The
it was-
vault they got the golden orb from.
Yeah, Golden Orb heist.
I wasn't around for that one, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good. Now, okay,
Yeah, we cleaned that thing out.
Yeah.
Cool.
They took everything.
Good
Yeah.
for you. I'm so
We-
proud of you all.
That's also how we got the dirt on those senators that we just used to marshal all the support for Hart.
I mean, it was one of the heaviest guarded vaults in the galaxy. It should have some good stuff. Yeah. And Xavier, that gun works on power armor, robots, cybers, pretty much
Vehicles.
anything that is of robotic or mechanical nature. Yeah, vehicles. So
All it is a called shot with a -5 penalty. That's it. And you can actually, if you want, I wouldn't mind if you just put that in your group loot
Okay.
section.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So you are going to be the rescue team. You're going to go to the spire, and now I would assume that they probably wouldn't be dropping you off like at the bottom. Like I'm not going to make this a start at the bottom and work your way through each level of the spire. That doesn't seem like something anyone would want. Nor
No.
yeah.
No.
So
Our style would be we're gonna guide this ship right at the top of the tower and break through.
Yeah,
Right.
let's
Be
not
like-
turn this into the Tower of the Magi.
right. No, I have no intention of doing that. But we can start next session. We can say that you guys gear up, and then any final plans you want to make, you can do out of session. We can start next session with you guys approaching the tower. I will, at the start of next session, I'll ask real quick, like, what are you guys taking with you? What NPCs do you want with you? That way you have time to change if that...
I guess so. I mean, we could kind of determine that now, though. I mean,
yeah, well, that's
we're
what I was
like
going
an
to say.
hour and 15 minutes before we finish. We might as well make the most of our time, right?
Well, we're 15 minutes before... Well, no, I'm sorry, 45 minutes before we finish. You're absolutely right. I
we
was going to
finished
say...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because work. I work in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
But I was gonna say you guys are more than welcome to make plans now, but I'm not going to make the hard cutoff until the start of next session.
Okay.
Because you never know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Okay,
But yeah, no, I mean, by all means, like you're absolutely right. We have about 45 minutes. If you guys, well, I don't know why I was thinking we only had 15 minutes. We do have 45 minutes. I still don't know if we'd get through it today, but if you guys want, we can just keep going, and we could start it today. If you guys don't have any other plans to make, or if you're good.
I don't have school tomorrow, so.
Oh, you don't? That's nice. Yeah, I'm sick, so I don't have work tomorrow either, so I'm good.
If I this is just because of my like I want to make sure this is clear. I think Inferno was saying, like, we can take the time that's left in the session, basically say that we wrap it up early, just to make sure that we, like, can pin down, like, all of the things that we're bringing in, like, the setup to go in, so the next session we can just hit the, like, the front door.
Yeah, honestly, I would prefer that better because it'd give me more time to
let's not, like, get right into it, but let's do... No, because we know how typically these things go, right? At the start of next session, it'll be like an hour with us talking about the plan and getting our gear and all that other stuff. Let's do that now. Let's just do that now, and then we're good.
Yeah,
no problem.
Get everything set up.
Yep.
So
I'm going to go into
thing.
my group loot right now, and I'm going to put in gear I'm taking to rescue Hart, and then that'll be it. That'll be all
Sounds
the gear.
good. I have a question. Because I do entirely too much damage, and I've been thinking of slimming down how much damage I deal with bringing different pistols and whatnot.
You're gonna give some of your guns to Kid?
If you want. But legitimately, I've been thinking of switching up how I run Isaac for a while now. Mostly because I watched The Dark Tower. And I thought it was fucking amazing.
I've read the books. I didn't watch the movie, but oh god, yeah, the Dark Tower's so good. All right, sorry. I'll shut up now.
I want to inject more of that style into Isaac, where like actual projectile weapons and whatnot. But I have these pistols that do 1d4 times 10 per, and I shoot 2 at the same time. So that's 2d4 times 10 per shot. Should I bring those for this as a last type thing, or should I just not bring them and bring something more reasonable in your guys'
Dude, I'm down for going all out on this mission.
Yeah, first of all, for this mission, I don't think there is such thing as do too much damage. You know, Burn, we all have our strengths in this game. And yours is you and Kid. Like, that's not to say Anna or Xavier or Lucas can't do their share in combat, but you and Kid are like, if shit goes down, we depend on you guys to do like fucking damage and tear shit up. So don't handicap yourself if you don't want to, right?
Okay.
So and remember, this is your girl, man. These fuckers captured your girl, and they might be taking her apart and hurting her. Man, if this isn't the time to fucking gear up and go all Punisher on these robot asses, now is the time, dude.
Okay. My other question
Fuck them up, Isaac. Fuck them up.
Yeah, I'll bring all my best stuff then. My other question is, should I bring the spurs? Because they're spurs that will guarantee that I cannot prowl. No matter what action I do, they make the whole cha-ching.
My suggestion, take the spurs, but don't put them on your boots. Just keep them by your heart or something like that. It's symbolic. Didn't Hart give you those spurs?
Yeah, she did. That's true.
Yeah, don't snort at me, Anna. Just because you have
Since
no
when
heart.
are you the romantic one?
Damn.
I don't know. Out of character, I'm pretty romantic. In character, I'm a cynical asshole.
All right, then I'll bring everything. I'll stock for hard combat.
Go for broke.
Yeah.
All right. So is that pistol in the group loot? Because I'm just taking away my neural stick and like my STC weapon, because that's not really needed right now.
Yeah, it's in the magical items.
Okay,
on
I'll
the
find
left
it.
Under group armory, you'll see group armory and magical items right above Isaac's items.
Okie dokie. I'm aboard. I guess I'll keep the ring of antidote. That won't hurt.
Yeah.
Who knows? These fuckers might try to poison me. Ooh, toxins. Yeah, they might try to gas us or some shit.
Yeah, for some reasons they have toxins.
I'm not going to take the wooden stakes. If these guys are vampires, I'm going to just give up. So I guess that. If these are vampire robots, I will just give up. And I'd be like, you win. You win, Riffs. You win it.
I'm done.
I have a pocket scrambler? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. That'll be extremely handy. Like, this is another thing. This is like a tech wonderland. This is like, I'm glad Anna's in our fucking corner too.
I'm just gonna mess with the technology.
You know what? I feel so bad. Like, you did some awesome fucking psychic magic to disarm that bomb, and then a couple bombers just fucking hit us anyway, and we.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you saved us, kind of. You saved us from immediate death.
You know, so it's like, Anna's not very good in combat. It's like, she is just SDC combat.
Oh, no. That's why I don't see.
No, I got what you meant. It's just, I'm more
Yeah.
aware that she's an SDC combat person and not MDC.
Yeah. And Xavier's a talk DC. No, but he's okay. I mean, he's killed a couple vampires in this day. You know, he shot a couple.
He's got a sweet ass gun when it comes to
I
SDC.
know, with an edgelord name.
Wait, are we going in loud?
Yeah.
No,
No?
we're gonna go in. Well, I have a feeling that we're gonna go in, and it will start quiet, but it'll end loud. I have a feeling.
Okay, I'm down with that. I'm just thinking, like, can I do lightning bolts? Because if we're going in quiet, I can't turn on electrical ore, because that'll be obvious where she is.
Yeah.
I have a
Oh, look
feeling.
at the glowing girl!
I have this feeling because I mean, remember, time is of the essence here.
Mhm.
So I don't think we're gonna have a lot of time to play grab ass and look at monitoring for like 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
We're going in, we're going out. And if we kill a couple robots, who gives a shit?
Should we be doing this on stream, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Or do you,
Sure, why not?
should we stop streaming?
Yeah.
I
No,
thought we were
no.
still
We're
streaming.
still going. If people want to listen to this, they can. If they don't, they
Yeah,
can-
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm reading the chat while you guys are debating. So
Okay. Wow. I think I have. I'm gonna take my canteen. No, it's gone. Oh shit! I'm taking my force field. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm taking. Oh wait, is my body armor with the force field gone? Ah, it is. But the regular force field isn't. Oh shit! I'm gonna need armor. I guess I'll have to use that exosuit.
Why
Either
did I
that or
get
you
a
can borrow
pocket
something
scrambler?
from me.
Well, I still have my Brannigan armor that makes me look like a Western dude too.
Yeah.
Do it, and it's dressed like a gentleman now.
Gentlemen, are you Psy?
I don't know. I called it the gentleman that's also gentle armor. I'll go get what the picture is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is there a picture? Oh god, this is gonna be amazing.
Pictures were getting posted in a group chat. I'm like, that looks like something Anna would wear, and then Byrne pointed out she can.
Yeah.
So then it happened.
With the custom armor.
Is it
Neat.
this one? Nope. That is tasteful side boob.
I can get
Sweet. You could also share that too if you want. I mean,
it.
I already switched away.
sad face. Tasteful side boob. That's a Cards Against Humanity card, isn't it?
I think that's why Byrne and I
Here,
start talking.
I got it out.
Wait, no, it wasn't. It's because of Thor.
There you
Yes.
go.
Thor has tasteful side boob.
Yes.
Oh, Byrne beat me to
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Oh, where is?
In
In
3 gal text.
Discord.
Oh, I'm in fucking Piff's chat still. That explains everything.
Nice.
Riffs. Oh. What? Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the like cloak and everything?
Yeah.
Neat.
With the cape and
That looks
everything.
cool.
I think
Nice.
Squee said it was bulkier, and I think it has like motorcycle helmet or something. Like
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
does.
bulkier because it's heavy
Huh.
body armor. But yes,
Neat. That's
And
cool.
I decided to go with this design. Because Fallout.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, no, I'm gonna take my Brannigan armor. I'm gonna take my old school laser pistol. Because my Ion one is back on Frontier Station because an angsty teenager teleported me over here.
Yeah.
You
So
poor
I have like a
thing.
bunch of gear I can't touch, but that's only fair. I'll get to it soon enough. And I'll get my force field. It's important. Because I don't want to get shot.
I think I'm, for all intents and purposes, I'm probably just going to be taking the same things I was taking for this.
Oh, makes sense. The end, Reaper of the Damned. Now you can stay on the ship.
In
Oh
hindsight,
shit! Fuck this P field. I don't
What's
want
that?
a Naruni one. It's just actually, if you want, it's MDC force field, but I have like a 75 MDC force field too. So if you want a force field, I can give you the 30 MDC one.
This is one you can walk around in?
Yep.
Like it goes...
Yep,
Oh,
they're just
yeah.
little straps that you put on top of your armor.
Oh, yeah, that's better than the one Anna can make.
Oh, sweet.
That
there
one's
you go.
stable. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, shit, hold a second. This is even better. It's a phase field, so it has a dispersal effect. So it protects the user from incoming energy blasts, beams of all kinds, etc., and explosions by 10. So you roll for damage as per usual, divide it by 10, and then apply it to your SDC or MDC. So that's neat. So a little bit of it gets through, but it protects like 90% of the armor. So it's good with like... Oh, okay. That's neat. So if you still would like it, you can have that. Okay. I'll just literally just give that to you.
Okay.
And I have like a cutout of everything, so I'm gonna just go ahead and put that on your section of the Google Docs. Sound good?
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
It also
Kid
works
Anna.
since my armor's damaged and we don't have time to fix it, so...
Hey, there we go. Okay, so it'll be on the second page there, but you'll see P field, defense field.
Okay.
And it's 30 MDC. Oh, and then it's automatically rechargeable too. Neat.
So actually, I'm gonna say because we're in the planning phase, this is not the most thrilling
Yeah,
streaming.
that's
Why don't we
why
go ahead?
I
Yeah, why don't we
questioned
go ahead and end the stream here, guys?
No,
So-
this is thrilling. No,
Everyone,
this is exciting, everyone.
good news. Rifts will be back this Sunday. We obviously
Yes,
we
it
took a
will.
break because
If
of the
I'm not
holidays. Right.
Yeah.
If Inferno is feeling up to it, of course.
Well, yeah, the last Sunday was New Year's Eve, and the Sunday before that was Christmas Eve, so no
Mhm.
rifts
Yeah.
on those days.
We need to see
But,
what happens to Verasimov.
Verasimov 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I'm such a cool name.
I know.
Yes. So we'll have Rifts on Sunday. We'll have 3 Galaxies on Wednesday, and no Crimson Throne this Friday, but next Friday.
You know, is it cool if I open up the PSYLP Discord to the RP guys? Because I was planning on doing that eventually, but do you mind if I toss a link into the chat?
I mean,
As long as the voice is just locked to actual role players, so we don't have...
Oh, no,
I
it-
mean...
No,
It's
I
not
love
this
our
one. It's the
fans.
other one. It's the other one.
Our PSYLP one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all for it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Give me a second, and I will give you guys an invite, and I'll make sure to put a thing in the description after. Let me make an invite.
All right. So, and everyone, thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, I just made the latest episode for Crimson Throne Live a little while ago. So that is up, and we are caught up. We are finally caught up on Crimson Thrones, so that's good. But yeah, so lots of fun stuff on this channel. And honestly, I'll be honest, guys, with all the recent video game debacles and what are they called? Why can't I think right now? Issues that we've been dealing with in major video game markets with loot boxes and people trying to lie to you and all that stuff. Pen and paper games are always there for me to fall back on.
Yep.
I thought you were gonna
there's
make
no-
the same joke you made in like our private chat at one point,
Oh, what was that? Now make
like
it a public
ages
joke.
ago. I don't remember. It was some joke about how you were gonna change the the RP stuff, so it was more like the loot crates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is after Battlefield 3.
Can
I
you
was like,
imagine that? Can you imagine if fucking Palladium or Wizards of the Coast operated like that? For $5, you might get the information that you want, or you might get the color red, and you're just like, wow.
yeah. Wow, you guys are going up against some really tough opponents next week. We happen to have some premium power armor available for some microtransactions. Or, you can play the game with your body armor. I mean, that'll work.
Look, I was half asleep when I first read that message, did not realize you were making a joke, got angry, and then went back to bed and decided to respond later.
And then
Probably
the
best.
best part was the second someone replied to it angrily, I said, due to backlash, we want you to know that we're listening and we're actively removing this.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, everyone. Have a good week. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Good night!
Bye.